Hi, guys. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us today. My 10-year-old and I got to screen a few episodes, and we really love it. I love the stealthy do gooders theme, so it's really awesome to see this kind of show. I'd love to know from Nakai and Hartley, how do you both relate to your characters? What do you have in common with them, and how do you differ from them?
I'll go first if that's okay. I would say, me and Ari, we're both medically complex. He's in a wheelchair. I am on an IV pump, and I have an ostomy bag. But I think that even though we are both different, we don't let us being medically complex get in the way of the things we want to do. And also, I'm really into superhero movies and superhero comic books, just like him.
I think that Niah and I just love to read books. And I'm still not at the stage where I'm as good as her at sleuthing yet because I'll sleuth for a little and I won't get caught. And then next minute, you know it, my mom's like, "What are you doing?" And I get caught. So I still have to work on that.
So this time my question is for Jack. Could you share with us what do you hope that families will take after watching this series?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of things. I think, obviously, one of the things is that doing a good deed is its own reward, right? Because you did it, you should do it because it's the right thing, not because people might go, "Oh, look at that guy, he's so great for doing that thing." Anonymous kindness, I think, begets other kindnesses, and people want to pay it forward. So I think that's one of the things they should take away from it. I think obviously teamwork is another thing, and just basically, the characters are all really nice, and everybody in the town is really nice, and it's sort of nice to see that for a change. So if I could say nice maybe 4 more times in that sentence.
Nice, 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 nice.
Thank you. That was nice of you to say.
That was a very nice sentence.
Thank you.
So Nakai and Hartley, I'd love to hear from you guys. Why do you think it's important that kids learn about kindness and learn how to spread kindness themselves?
I would say to deal with bullying too, because some bullies just want to feel attention or love. Meanwhile, they're hurting other people because they don't want to feel it. And then when you get bullied, you're like, and then you shrink. So then when you're kind, then you're just like, "Okay, do you need a hug or can I help you with your homework or something?"
I would say that I think that especially now there's so many bad things happening in the world, that I think that if we can all be kind, we can kind of cancel out those negative things and make the world a lot better of a place.
So this question is for you, Jack. Could you tell us about what goes into the character development process to make some of these really fun, engaging, and of course, super kind characters?
Well, it's funny you asked that because somebody else just asked me about it. I don't know if you guys know the game Dungeons and Dragons, but in Dungeons and Dragons, you have character sheets, right? And here are all your attributes. And when I look at characters, I sort of do the same thing in my head. I go, all right, what is this kid's strengths, right? And with Niah, she knows a lot about a lot of different things. But what's her weakness? Well, she doesn't really know as much as she thinks she does. She knows just enough to get him in trouble. And then you go, "Oh, here's Hartley's character, Ari. Oh, here's a guy who is really smart and he can create all these devices, but he wants to so desperately be a superhero that he's not really as much as a team player, at least initially. And he has to learn to be part of a team." And then we had there's the character Ellie who wants to be an actress, right? And wants fame, but the good deeds have to be secret. So it's about creating contradictions, give them strengths, then think about what their weaknesses are. And that's one of the most important things you can do is build out a few little foibles, a few little things that drive them crazy or that they're not great at, because then you can play with that.
Okay, so this is for both Nakai and Hartley. We talked about what a great group of friends the series has. And of course, it's all about kindness. I'd love to know, what's one piece of advice or one piece of encouragement that each of you would like to give kids your age?
I would definitely say your differences are your strengths. The things that make you interesting and different are things that, are the things that really define you.
Don't be afraid to try new things, because if you don't try it, then you won't know if you like it or if you don't. So just like, don't be afraid to go at it, or to pull back, or to say yes or to say no.
Great advice. Thank you.
Look how
both.
smart these kids are. Look how lucky I was to have
So
kids this
smart.
smart in my cast. They're smart kids.
Thank you.